So I'm talking on the phone with a client. Mark seemed to be slightly agitated and uncertain. I also feel like I'm losing the ground in this conversation. We're discussing a business, so everything should be fine. After all, I want his sales to grow. But Mark? Mark takes a deep breath and says, I need time to think about it. It was the third month of relentless calls and emails. 2 hours a day I was on the phone, pouring my heart out to the potential clients, trying to help them grow their businesses. I'd seen it all. The polite no thank yous, the enthusiastic yes, let's do it. But Mark was different. He was the one who made me doubt my selling skills. So our conversation flowed smoothly. We clicked and I understood his business. And my plan seemed to be perfect for him. But something was off. Every time I thought we were on the same page, Mark would throw another obstacle on our way. It was like he was holding back, hiding something. And don't get me wrong, I was determined to help him and genuinely wanted to see his sales grow. But I felt like I was hitting the wall. He'd talk about needing more time, but wouldn't say what was really bothering him. That's when the silent conflict began between us. Why was he so hesitant? What was he afraid of? The air in the room thickened. Mark took a deep breath, the kind that precedes a storm. I need time to think about it, he said, and his voice strained. And I heard that line 1,000 times. It was the polite no, the veiled excuse. But something about Mark's voice, a tremor in his usual confident tone, made me think that this one was different. He wanted this deal. He said that before. I could see it in the way he hung up on every word I was saying. But what was stopping him? Maybe he was in a bad situation with his business? Or maybe it was something way simpler, something that he was afraid to admit to me? So I decided to play it straight. Mark, I said, I understand. There are few reasons people say that thing. Maybe it's the budget. Or maybe it's someone else you need to talk to. Or maybe it's just not the right time. It was funny, but his voice dropped to a near whisper. It's not that simple, he said. The words hung in the air once again. He took another deep breath. I need to talk to my wife, he said. And oh, yeah, that's it, I thought to myself. His wife was the decision maker, and he was afraid to face her without a solid plan. And of course, I couldn't let him walk away empty-handed. I knew Mark, and I knew he would forget half of the things I said right at the time his wife returned to home. He would probably present my offer poorly, and no one would ever say yes to that. So I suggested a meeting, the three of us. I knew it was a gamble, and I had to try. One meeting and 10 minutes later, we were all on the same page. Mark was really excited. His wife was on board and we were ready to move on. It was a turning point for me. I realized something. Sometimes the best way to handle no is to be direct, to acknowledge the hesitation and to offer a solution. It worked with Mark and worked countless times since then. The truth is that most people look for honesty and a little bit of understanding. And of course, that's not just true in business. It's true in every conversation with every person.